Hello, everybody. Happy sunshiny day. So last week I did not do a Facebook Live because I was on the verge of adrenal fatigue. And so I wrote a little ditty about my daughter and then honored the life of my stepdaughter who passed away 5 years ago. And then come Wednesday, I just died. Like I could not move, and I could not get out of bed, and I was seriously on the verge of adrenal fatigue. And I don't know if this is something that you're familiar with, but if you happen to have a high stress job or something that's, high stress job, if you're stay at home mom, if you're, you've got a gazillion things on your plate and you just, you're trying to like fit it all in, there's a good chance that you might at some point experience some adrenal fatigue. And that is when you are just exhausted. It can actually be painful to get out of bed. I'll write some more symptoms down for you underneath this in the comment section. But it was something that made these signals, and all of a sudden I was depressed. I thought, oh my goodness, this is getting clinical, downright clinical. I'm gonna need some meds soon, like if I don't get this under control. So literally, I gave myself the permission to stay home, because mental wellness is really important. It's just as important as your physical wellness, So, and so when it's important, when you start to feel yourself kind of like going down that spiral, it's so important to pay attention to that and to give it the attention that it needs. So when you start to feel yourself being dragged down, and I was literally so down, I really couldn't picture myself stepping foot into work. I couldn't even picture myself getting out of bed, and I just kind of was floating from one room to the other, and I thought, wow, this is something that's not good. This is depression. And it's something that is not foreign to me. It's something that I have suffered with throughout my entire life. However, I really have found, some nice, pretty cool hacks to nip that in the bud and get in and kick it out. Like you don't need to live your life like that. So, and adrenal fatigue is a thing. So, I gave myself the permission to stay in bed for an entire day. And throughout that day, I took myself through a meditative journey throughout my entire energetic system. And I focused on one chakra at a time. And focusing on the root chakra first. And seriously, I devoted an hour. I just meditated on it, and I called in, I like working with angels, and so I called in my angels, and I called in my higher guides, and I spoke to them. I did my, you can call it prayer, you can call it meditation, you can call it whatever you want. All I know is it worked. I'd fall asleep, and then I'd go to the next chakra. Eventually, once I got to my heart chakra, I decided it's time to go to the bath, and I drew myself a nice salt bath, detoxifying salt bath. Detox is really important too. That's another thing that I can talk about at some other time. But I drew a detox salt bath, got in there, and I allowed myself to concentrate on the heart and my throat chakra. And at that point, something opened up for me, and I just allowed myself to just bawl. I was bawling and not falling apart. It wasn't in a bad way. My guides came in and they showed me what I needed to know. And after that, you know, it was by that time, by the time I got up to these higher chakras, it was evening time. So, you know, it wasn't necessarily nap time anymore, but I had been sleeping throughout the entire day and taking myself on this inward journey. And the profound depth, the deep knowing about what is really happening with me right now was invaluable. And it was also something that I thought, wow, you know, I can't believe that I was thinking about getting meds for this. It was something that shifted my perspective. It shifted me so that depressed state there, that fatigue was no longer a thing, and I was blown away by it. And so what I want to say about this is that you know, if you're experiencing this exhaustion, this extreme exhaustion, or even depression, give yourself some time maybe to just allow yourself to be. It's called, you know, my mentor, Martha Beck, calls it a minimal day. So, I mean, like minimal as in don't even get out of your PJs. Just, you know, wake up and, you know, if you want to sleep all day long, allow yourself to sleep all day long. Allow yourself to just dive into yourself to explore what is really happening on the physical level, the emotional level, the mental level, the spiritual level, all of it. And if that's something that you need, if you would love guidance on it, this is what I do, and this is what I would love to help you with. So feel free to reach out at any time. I was thinking about putting together a little retreat that you could walk yourself through. That's very similar to what I walked myself through last Wednesday. So if you're interested in that, I would love to know. You can go ahead and comment below, and that would be very helpful to me to know whether or not it would be something that you'd be interested in. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. Alrighty. So enjoy your day, and I will talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.